Why don't Buddha and the path to a clear mind? The troubled seeker. In the ancient city of Rajgir, nestled among serene mountains and flowing rivers, lived a young man named Arjun. Though he had wealth, family, and status, his mind was a battlefield of negative thoughts. Doubt, fear, and self-criticism tormented him daily. One evening, he heard of a wise sage, Gautama Buddha, who was teaching under the Bodhi tree. Desperate for relief, Arjun set off on a journey to meet him. When he arrived, Buddha was sitting in deep meditation, his face calm like a still lake. Arjun hesitated but then spoke. "Master, my mind is filled with darkness. I am constantly anxious, fearful, and dissatisfied. No matter what I achieve, negative thoughts consume me. How can I free myself?" Buddha opened his eyes and smiled. "Sit, my friend, I will teach you." The nature of the mind. Buddha picked up a cup and filled it with water. "Arjun, imagine this cup is your mind. When it is still, the water is clear and you can see through it. But if I shake it..." He stirred the water, making it murky. "What happens?" "I can't see through it," Arjun replied. "Exactly. Your thoughts are like this disturbed water. Fear, anger, and doubt cloud your mind. The key is learning how to let the water settle." Arjun asked, "How do I do that?" Buddha handed him the cup. "Be patient and observe." As Arjun held the cup still, the particles of dirt slowly sank and the water became clear again. Buddha nodded. "This is the first lesson. Awareness and stillness allow clarity to return." The monkey mind. Buddha continued, "Your mind is like a restless monkey jumping from thought to thought. It grabs onto worries, fears, and regrets. But do you know what happens when you simply observe a monkey without reacting?" Arjun thought and then answered, "It eventually calms down." Precisely. When you fight negative thoughts, they become stronger. But if you observe them without attachment, they lose their power. Arjun decided to try. He closed his eyes and simply watched his thoughts without reacting. He noticed worries about his future and regrets about his past, but he let them pass like clouds in the sky. The two arrows. Buddha then told a story. Imagine a man walking through a forest. Suddenly, an arrow strikes him. It hurts, but then another arrow strikes the same wound. The pain doubles. Arjun nodded, listening intently. The first arrow is life's natural suffering, loss, failure, disappointment. The second arrow is the one you shoot yourself. Your negative thoughts, your self-criticism, your fear. You cannot control the first arrow, but you can choose not to shoot the second one. Arjun's eyes widened. "So my suffering is increased by my own mind." "Yes," Buddha said, "if you accept pain without resisting it, it passes. But if you dwell on it, you suffer twice." Letting go, Buddha took Arjun to the riverbank. He picked up a leaf and placed it in the water. What happens? "The leaf floats away," Arjun observed. "This is how you must treat negative thoughts. Acknowledge them, but let them go. They are not you." Arjun practiced this every day. Whenever a negative thought arose, he imagined placing it on a leaf and watching it drift away. Slowly, he felt lighter. The power of the present moment. One day, Arjun came to Buddha and said, "My mind still returns to the past and future." Buddha smiled. "Where are your feet right now?" "On the ground," Arjun replied. "And where is your breath?" "In my body." "Then that is where your mind should be, here, now. The past is gone, the future is uncertain. Peace exists only in the present moment." Arjun started practicing mindfulness, paying full attention to whatever he was doing, eating, walking, breathing. Each became an act of awareness. Slowly, his negative thoughts lost their grip. The final test: Months passed, and Arjun felt transformed. But one day, an old enemy insulted him publicly. Anger flared in his chest. The negative thoughts returned. He rushed to Buddha. "Master, I failed. My mind is still weak." Buddha laughed gently. "Did you act on your anger?" "No," Arjun admitted. "I noticed it, but I didn't react." "Then you did not fail," Buddha said. "The goal is not to eliminate negative thoughts, but to not let them control you. That is true mastery." Arjun finally understood. Peace was not the absence of thoughts, but the ability to let them pass like clouds in the sky. A new beginning. Years later, Arjun became a respected teacher, sharing what he had learned. He still had negative thoughts sometimes, but they no longer defined him. One evening, he sat under the Bodhi tree, just as Buddha had once done. As he watched the river flow, he smiled. He was finally free. And so, the wisdom of Buddha continued, teaching countless others how skeletons fight each other. They don't have the guts,